Good morning. Today's Thursday, December 16th. We're bringing you the latest news making headlines to help start your day. Breaking overnight, historic weather rips across much of the Great Plains and Midwest. Let's get out to Brooks Baptiste, who joins us from the breaking news desk. He starts our coverage in today's Morning News Rewind.
Calling it historic because some of the wind gusts were equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. More than a dozen tornadoes touched down in several states, with some areas seeing their first ever December twisters. Take a look at this video. It shows the powerful weather system tearing through Iowa barns and really tearing those to shreds, and then a wall of a grocery store collapsing, even strong winds knocking over a semi-truck in Kansas and derailing a train in Oklahoma. Many Midwest residents right now are really just struggling to come to terms with what the weather has done to their homes.
I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry. Not yet, anyway. I don't know. It just depends how much the government helps.
Just hard to see all of that right now. President Joe Biden spending Wednesday in Kentucky meeting with victims of last week's tornado outbreak that killed at least 85 people. We know that a dozen or so are still, unaccounted for right now. And he says that the federal government is going to be covering all of the disaster's costs for the first 30 days. Many residents and business owners say that this cleanup could take months.
Developing this morning, Morehouse School of Medicine students are speaking out following broken financial promises. Students say they were promised pandemic aid money. Now they won't see a cent.
Our Tori Cooper is live from the School of Medicine this morning. And Tori, how much money are we talking about here?
Yeah, good morning, Gravir. This was certainly not just chump change. Students tell us they were promised $6,300 by the Morehouse School of Medicine, and that money never showed up.
I'm just questioning the integrity of our school.
Morehouse medical students we spoke to asked that we hide their identity so they could tell us what they say really happened to the money they were promised by their
It
school.
was supposed to be no strings attached, whatever need you may have.
Students say last week the school announced that each student was going to see an extra $6,300 in their bank account yesterday for educational expenses. They say the school pitched the promise as a financial gift made possible by the CARES Act.
It doesn't make sense that they would renege on eligibility.
But the school walked back that promise, telling students they would only be given $4,800 and money would only be awarded based on documentation and demonstrated financial need.
We're owed this money.
Now, we reached out to the university for a statement on what happened, and we have not heard back as of yet. But we also asked students what the university could do to make up for this. Straight ahead, we'll bring you those details. Reporting live from Morehouse School of Medicine, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Tori, thanks for that report. New details now in a deadly house fire that killed 5 family members. We're now hearing from a loved one who survived. Tamaria Brinkley says she's still in shock after losing her sister, 2 nieces, and 2 uncles. The fire ravaged the family's home on Janet Lane in Decatur Tuesday morning. Demaria described the tragedy.
Everybody in the house was asleep, and I smelled the smoke, and I woke up, and there was a cloud of smoke in my room. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then that's when my auntie ran out her room, and she's like, the house is on fire, the house is on fire. In the blink of an eye, our whole life has been changed.
DeKalb County fire officials were unable to determine an official cause for the fire, but Demaria thinks it likely started with a space heater in one of the bedrooms. Yeah, also caught on camera, a super speeder flying through a school zone.
Yeah, police say that car was clocked at 94 miles per hour. It happened in Gwinnett County near Duluth Middle School, and that's where we find CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm. Rebecca, that driver put so many lives in danger. Looking at that video is really stunning.
Yeah, Gravir and Rob, there is no excuse for driving that fast in a school zone. I want to show you, this is the camera that captured what happened. It was all so fast. The video almost looks like it is sped up, but it's not. Take a look.
The only thing I could think of was wow.
People in Duluth were shocked when this video started circulating on social media. A white sedan flying through a school zone at 94 miles per hour while switching lanes.
I'm just appalled that somebody would, put others at risk as much as that does.
Duluth resident Kim Roper could hardly believe her eyes. You see the school bus in the opposite lane? This was right in front of Duluth Middle School while school was in session.
I've never seen this during a school hour.
And no word yet on whether the camera was able to capture a license plate number as fast as that car was going. Coming up in our next half hour, the Facebook post that exposed that speeder and also the eye-catching way that Duluth police was able to get everyone's attention, the caption that they used. We're live in Duluth this morning. Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s family doesn't want to celebrate MLK Day unless there's action on voting rights legislation. They're calling on President Joe Biden and lawmakers to pass 2 voting rights bills that have been stalled in Congress. One is aimed at fighting voter suppression and it's restoring the 1965 Voting Rights Act. The other focused on reforms, making it easier to register to vote. The King family and activists are planning to rally in Phoenix, Arizona on January 15th, the date of King's birthday. And then on January 17th, the federal holiday, they plan to march in Washington, D.C.
The company formerly known as Facebook says it wants to stop your personal information from being posted on other websites. Meta announced it's expanding its bug bounty program. It offers rewards to users who help identify and fix issues in its app. Meta says the program is going to now include something called scraping. That's when computer programs pull large amounts of data from websites, and that information can end up on other sites where it might be exploited.
Hosea Helps is collecting toys for the less fortunate. The nonprofit is asking people to drop off toys for kids between ages 6 and 13 years old. They're accepting unwrapped toys for young children and gift cards for preteens.
We would love for people to bring us robotics toys or science kits or chemistry kits because, our children, many of the children that we serve are still behind from the pandemic, from the virtual learning.
The toys will be distributed this Sunday along with clothing and fresh food. We have a list of drop-off locations on CBS46.com.
To have the opportunity to welcome the biggest event of all of them, all within just a few short years of opening the doors, is incredible.
One of the biggest sporting events in the world is heading to Las Vegas. Super Bowl 58 will be played in the city's new Allegiant Stadium in 2024. It comes after the vote from the league's owners. That game will air in February of 2024 right here on CBS 46.
We're going to be all over that one. We're all over this too, trending this morning. If cheesecake is on your dessert list for Christmas, you might want to rethink it.
And let's face it, cheesecake should be on your dessert list for Christmas, but this year, maybe not. It's all because of another shortage. Brooks Baptiste joins us with the stories topping your social media feeds.
Good morning to you guys. Can we just say we're tired of all the shortages? Yes, but here's the thing. You can actually make money from this one. Kraft is willing to pay you for not buying cream cheese for your cheesecake since the company is struggling to keep store shelves filled right now. So here's how it works. If you submit receipts for ingredients that you've used in some other type of holiday dessert or treat, you will be reimbursed up to $20. This Friday and Saturday, Kraft is going to be picking 18,000 winners. You just have to apply online. And Kraft says that it saw a demand for its Philadelphia cream cheese spike 18% last year as more people baked at home.
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are, our mobile and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.